Andrea, good morning, all. Good morning. Top G first, almost first. Looks like Andrea beat you by 1 second. I'm doing good. Top G, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Just hopping on right now. Just gonna see right now what we can see. Hello, boss. What's up, Zion? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I took a break-even trade earlier today on this move right here, right before it moved up. Literally right before it moved up. I was right on track. Close, man. Close. It's looking like this might have been a possible three-piece right here. Yep. So let me see, the high of here is 1044, 1048. Yeah, it's good. It looks like a possible three-piece maybe is forming right here on this 15, but let's say this one closes you know, bullish or something like this. If this one stays bullish, I might look for the next candle to break this high, and we could probably take the trade up to there maybe. I'm gonna see how this plays out, but yo, White Stem, what up, what up? Just getting on, had to take a quick nap. Ooh, that is time. What up, what up? But yeah, look at, like I said, guys, understand that this is a possible three-piece that might not finish either up or down. But what I'm thinking is, like I said, if this doesn't break this high and it closes somewhere around here, we could be looking for our next entry to be the one that breaks this candle. So once we wick down on the way up, we might be able to take something. I don't know. I'm going to see right now how this plays out. But like I was saying also, is that when we see the 42 formation is when we start to see a fake out. So that means one of these candles is going to be a possible fake out at a certain time. We did grab liquidity right here. If you notice, it did look like we grabbed some kind of liquidity. Let's see, what does that grab when we move over here? Yeah, it looks like an important area where we got rejected a bunch. So obviously if we are above it, we could definitely looks like it's breaking it. There it goes. It's breaking it. But that is the 10 pip mark that we were looking for also. Because that looks like that was a possible 3-piece that formed on the 5-minute already, which was right here. As you guys see, like we're 5 minutes too late. Literally 5 minutes right here. This was the 3-piece that moved up. So this is gonna fill. It just filled, and now it's gonna be up to now what's next. So this was the 10 pip mark, that dotted line. But then that also gave me this idea over here about that, but now that's not gonna play out. So that explains also though, when I was looking for the fake out, I was looking for a fake out, because if I notice the 42 forming, that lets me know if a fake out is happening. But when I go to each one of these time frames, there's no candle that could possibly be a setup for a fake out. You know, there's nothing looking like these two candles right there. Yeah, we're just gonna check it out, see what we see right now. Hey, thank you Zion for posting that in the stream for me. I forgot to post it. I'm gonna post it right now. Everyone, paste. We are live. I just posted it on Instagram also. Alright, so we should be alright now. Kind of just, like I said, this was a perfect 3-piece that just happened. Perfect 10 pip move. Looks like that would have been our day already, but 5 minutes too late. It's alright. We'll get another one. I mean, we need BG background music like Wix. I do have some music on. I don't know if this one is a little bit. This is the one I usually play. But Zion, secret. I just set it up today. Yo, what up, Ellen? And you also have a good day. Thanks, Ellen, for stopping by. But yeah, Zion. Today I have a friend that makes music, and I put in a request if he wanted to team up and start like a lo-fi stream, so we could have a personalized our own BMS lo-fi stream, so we could possibly, you know, have our own music and stuff like that, so that way we don't get copyrighted for any of it and it's all ours. And then maybe I could even offer it to like Donvo and, you know, let them see if they like it and things like that. But I made the request today with one of my friends, and he said he was down. So we're just gonna see what happens, and hopefully the next month I could probably get it going. But that's my next plan, is to get a lo-fi stream for us to have some music playing, and all original music too. Nothing like off the internet. It'll be all original stuff. But yeah, so we're kind of just, like I said, we're looking like we might be ranging right now. Oh, and also, if you guys are familiar with the news cycle, if you guys notice, we have a news I believe we have news today. So yeah, 5:30 news comes on, but that's not for us. Obviously, we're London. We're gonna be during these hours. But what I'm saying is, why I'm mentioning it is because this could also maybe confirm. You know, we might be ranging for a little bit, or maybe all of London. Who knows? But we might just range so we can, you know, get ready for that CPI thing. So I mean, these could also be, you know, something possibly happen. You know, because like I say, if we have CPI, then what needs to happen is a lot of pressure builds up. And this whole move for the next probably few hours could be all pressure that's building up. So we're going to see right now. But yeah, that's just kind of my idea so far, is that, yeah, we could be possibly doing that. Yo, what up, Fluidity? What up, man? Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for joining. And let's see. We are at 1,070 subscribers. So let's see if maybe we could hit 1,100 by the time I get off stream today. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't hit that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe for me. I appreciate it. Oh, and Janus is also on stream right now. I'm gonna stop by his stream and let him know what's up. Say howdy.
Could get the break structure. Positions. Did you go to UFC on Sunday?
No. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. Appreciate it. Kind of just waiting right now for our, you know, for our positions. Really, that's all we're gonna be able to do right now. Sit and wait. We got 20 people watching right now, so I appreciate every single, or 28 people watching. We got 13 likes. I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing. Oh, mic is a little low. Sorry about that. It might be my voice too. I'm not talking too loud today. Hey, what's up, Umar? How you doing? Yeah, we're just kind of hanging around right now. I mean, I got on stream probably 15 minutes or 10 minutes ago or something like that, however long it's been. And if you guys notice, this was a piece right here that just got filled. Boom. And it actually hit this dotted line, which was 10 pips exactly. So, man, had we got on 5 or 10 minutes a little bit earlier, we might have been able to catch that. But now it looks like there's a possible another one that could be forming. I'm wondering if this could be another one to confirm a little move up, maybe. Or no, that 3-piece was the... Okay, so yeah, and also what I've been noticing, guys, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how these 3 pieces be working and stuff, but is that they usually happen inside of fake outs, which is kind of crazy. So what usually happens is, let's see. So what I've been noticing is, like, let's say this was a 3-piece right here. Let's say this played out or whatever. One second. So what I see is that, let's say this was a 3-piece right here, right? And then this forms up to go up. What I've been noticing is that this 3-piece is inside of a fake out. So let's say this is a 3-piece. Those are the 3 candles that started it, right? So if that's the case, then when you go to a 15, this is usually the fake out. Or look, it usually even kind of signals it before. So this was a fake out. Let's see. Look at possible fake out maybe on this area like that, on you know, on this little move kind of. That's what I say, is that when you start noticing these 3 pieces and things like that, it usually signals it's going to be inside of a fake out or something. So if you're able to understand the 3-piece, you're able to get into it a little bit better. I think it was something in the background. Okay, that's good now. Sent you my trade on gold from earlier on IG. I'm gonna look that up for you right now. Fluidity. You said wick to be filled, Nick. Could you please explain? Like, let's say there was a 3-piece that the wick needed to come up to here. That's where the that's the wick fill, like that. Here, let me explain. Let me show you. Let's say this is the 15-minute, or was it the 15? Okay, right here. Here was the 3-piece right here. Let me show you this 3-piece. This 3-piece goes like this, right? And then this one comes up. So in order for this one to get filled, this is the top wick of the 3-piece of this first candle. If it was way up here, we would have our line kind of in that area. But since this is where it stops at, in order for this 3-piece to finish, pretty much, it just needs to fill in this top wick right here. So if it fills in this top wick, then that lets us know that that is pretty much complete. So what I've noticed is the longer the wick is, the better it is, because there's more range. That's what lets us know how long our range is there. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. Let's see, this thing should be. So yeah, let me see. Probably will test 1914. If breaks, then 1918. That's a good idea. Could maybe test these highs, maybe, at least. Also, there is no top wick on the 1-hour candle around 1916. Oh, nice. That's a good idea to look at. I see. Thanks, Nick. Yes, Muar. That's kind of what I mean, though. Like, it's not always gonna fill in. It doesn't have to always fill in, but if it does, then you know that's our idea. But yeah, that's kind of how we, you know, that's just my idea of how I come up with it. So I'm thinking if this is a possible 3-piece right here, it could be a possible a candle that comes up, and then the next one is probably going to come back down or something into the range. I'm wondering if this could be a fake out. see. Oh, let's see. Let's see. A better entry would have worked, I think, too, on that. We're gonna see, but like how we were saying is that we do have CPI news coming up in about a few hours. It's still 5 hours away. Probably won't affect this London session really, but the way it could affect it is we could just start to range, you know, we could maybe come up and then eventually come back down just because of that. So I see that could be something that, you know, we want to look out for. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this was a 3-piece right here that just went up. So if this goes up, it needs to hit this 10 pip mark to be completed. So I think it could at least wick up here before coming back down. I mean, I could be wrong, but ooh, well, this actually a 3-piece on the 15 just formed to come down. Damn. So what that would also mean though is it would probably confirm that this move right here would just come up real quick before coming down. There it is. Yo, bro, Cap USD, congrats on the subs. Hey, man, appreciate it, Cap USD. Thanks, man. Been grinding hard for it, so I appreciate it. Let's see. Bro, raise the volume voice. You and Wix the same, voice low. Sorry, it's probably because I'm speaking a little far away from the mic. I'm not like real close up to it right now. So I'm looking at the screen with this charts, but I'll try my best to fix it. That was a possible 3-piece that I seen. That's where I was saying, guys, is look, that was another 3-piece. So this would have been a 20, this would have been a 10 pip, this would have been a 10 pip thing. Man, So what I'm thinking now needs to happen is that this 15 right here could be the possible, you know, move back down, because there was a three-piece right here that formed, that looked like it formed up to come back down. So if it already broke this dotted line, so what this one could have meant was just this would be a top wick, and then this is a fake out back into the range right here. We're going to be seeing right now how these play out. And it could break to the upside. Yeah, that's true, Andre. It definitely could. The only thing is I'm worried about that it not breaking up to the upside. Not saying it can't, but I'm just saying is that we do have CPI news coming in the morning at 5:30. So what usually happens, what I've been noticing, is that it needs to build pressure because of that news that's going to come out in about 5 hours. If it uses all its volume now, it won't have volume for later. Not saying it can't bring, it's going to bring in volume, but that volume plus the buildup of now is what's going to definitely make the market, you know, move up and down so fast like that. So just what I'm thinking is that if we do kind of break up, it could kind of be like this idea over here where we're kind of getting stuck, and then we have to come all the way back down before actually going up again or something. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that if this possibly just kind of ranges for a second, that could also, you know, give us the idea that, you know, we might just range right now for London just to get ready for New York. Because like I said, there's these three important folders that are coming out, CPI and stuff like that. This is what's gonna really move the market. So if it moves the market, then that's where we're gonna I think that's where we'll see the move and stuff. Let's see. That's just my idea so far. I mean, like I say, I could be wrong. I'm not saying it has to happen that way, but just my ideas of, like, I try to, you know, think of, if it needs to move, it needs to grab liquidity, but, you know, if it uses all that liquidity now, it won't have none for later. But we'll just have to wait and see. So 4 hour was oversold also the daily, created double bottom. Now at least we'll go up to 13, my guess. Yeah, it definitely could. It could be a little quick top wick. But if you kind of notice, this right here was a top wick that went all the way down. So I'm wondering if that could have been a top wick that maybe, you know, maybe you might be looking at or thinking about. Or it could even test this up top back. It could test it again. So because we did make a new high, not a new high, but higher than these, and then we made a new lower low lower than that. So I mean, technically it kind of cleared every area out already. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm gonna see how it, you know, how this moves back in, and because this is a possible three-piece that happened right here. So since this one happened and it triggered us in, this candle going up, eventually this is where I was thinking about Mumar, about talking about a wick fill. So if this is a three-piece right here, this first candle wick needs to get filled eventually. It doesn't have to happen now. It could happen, it could maybe even ride all the way up before coming back down. But the thing is, it's gonna get stuck at a certain point because it never touched these lows like that. So eventually I do believe this will get filled back here. So if this needs to get filled, this kind of gives me the idea about the ranging idea, because we could just come down here to range for a bit and then move up. But we'll have to see and wait and see what happens. But I'm definitely looking for a trade. But like I said, I don't want to force a trade yet. I'm not trying to force a trade and get into something and be stuck in there until news or just something bad that, you know, might not play out the way I'm expecting it. Yo, what up, Lasik? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, we're just gonna see how high these kind of pump up, see if they do go up here or anything like that. The 1 hour, it did find some support right there. Found some support. Let's see, 4 hour. That 4 hour. Well, eventually, this is what I kind of see right here. If we want to go up, we're going to have to break this line. So since we haven't hit that line yet, we're really not going to go up any further. Because in order for us, I think, to make it up to this line, this is where we would have had to get, have a 3-piece. Because this looks like a 3-piece that formed right here. If we wanted to come down, we would have had to break the high to come down. If we wanted to go up, we would have had to break the low to go up. So since either one of those didn't happen, it needs to come down here to touch up here to come back up, or it needs to come up here to touch the top so it could come back down. So I mean, either way, I do think it's gonna touch this bottom area before making a decision. But that could also, like I said, if the fact that we're ranging, it could just start doing all of this until the New York session. And then right before New York happens, we know this needs to get hit. We know this needs to get hit. So whichever way it hits, we know it's going to go the other way too. And then whichever way it hits, it's going to go this way too. So kind of just thinking about that right now. Nick, 1914. Yes, let's see, 1914, which is up here. Yeah. That could be a thing. Definitely could be. I don't see why not. We have this resistance all the way up here. Yeah, we are getting rejected right here. In these areas. So let's see, the 1 hour. I do think we need to touch these lows before anything. Sell Zion, yes, bro. Looking for a possible sell or something, maybe something up here. Kind of seeing how this is gonna play out. Like I say, I do see a 3-piece that formed right here. So at some point, I do believe this needs to get filled. So this is why I'm thinking it's having this trouble moving up, because it's already triggered this liquidity area, which will let us know, okay, we need to at least come back down to this area. And then that could be the move, maybe come down or something. But so I'm just waiting to see if if that plays out right now. It might play out, might not, who knows. But what are the strongest resistance for today? 27, 30, what do you think? Let me look at that. What I usually like to do is I go to the 4 hour, because 4 hour gives you a lot more information and stuff. But yeah, I'll use the 4 hour, and I'll probably move it like, you can move it just depending on where you see these areas. But the first area, well, this is also the thing too. If you notice, there's a whole red candle right here, pretty much just clean traffic. So there's really no stoppage until maybe above here. So you could probably say our first one is at maybe 18, but it's not really that big, and then the next one will probably be 22, because this is our most recent resistance and stuff. So if that's the case, That'll be that one, and then 28. Yes, of course, that will be our next resistance right there. So yeah, I see 28 and 22-ish area, depending, 27, almost, yeah, depending where you see it at. Yeah, I want to see these lows get tested. I mean, we haven't broken these lows yet, to be honest, though, so and the moves was pre-London. See that bottom wick flip? Yeah, that was pre-London. That could have also been it too. This definitely could have been the move, that sends it up. But we do have a lot of CPI news coming up, which is kind of giving me the idea that, we could be ranging, because that CPI news is important. So it definitely needs to build volume. Have you done expensive dinner now? I'm sure you have good energy to eat some pips as dessert. Yeah, Zion, he just had a 5-star restaurant dinner. I missed it. It might fake out though, like yesterday and drive. I'd go left and look for similar price action and stick to those levels. If it doesn't tap your level, then invalid. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I need to look at previous levels. What I'll do is I'll go to 1 hour and I'll kind of look at these ideas over here and see what I see over here. What do you see before moving up? We do see these zones possibly getting hit. Let's see. Oh, look at exactly where we got hit at, right? So, I mean, that could actually explain why we're moving up also. We did hit this zone. And that's a supply or demand zone, so could definitely see. But I do see it coming. It did hit down here. It looks like before it did really anything. Before it actually did move up, it did have to come all the way down here. But then again, it also hit 1922 before it hit that too, so. Yeah, that could be something though. Ooh. And look at that wick. That wick touched exactly into that. So if this does move up, I mean, we could possibly be moving up to this 1912 area. CPI tonight, so watch all U.S. tide pairs. How they reckon it's time for Powell to hurry up and raise the interest rates. Yep, that's true. That's how he's gonna do it. Powell is the man. Nick took liquidity from the bottom already for 1920 level, I guess. Yeah, no, that's could be like, that is the thing I noticed in yesterday's move, is that was something that happened where this happened in pre-New York, and that was what shipped it pretty much up, was all of that. So I could see that happening. So let's see. This could also be a bottom wick though. So I mean, and for it to go up, it does need a bottom wick. So it would have to break this dotted line for it to actually be anything. Because this dotted line is the bottom of that wick. So. It still follow motion though. If it drives up, it needs liquidity to reset the lows before driving up. That is true. Brief some info about 42. Yes, Zion, I'm gonna give you some info right now on the 42 right now. I normally don't go against the trend. I took a buy before it broke the previous daily low and messed up. So now I got 2 positions to manage to break even. Yes, let me see. So what did you do? Broke the previous, so you took a buy before it broke the previous low. So you took a buy somewhere right here before it broke the previous low, because this is the previous low, right? So are you in profits or are you in drawdown right now? I'm not too sure exactly. I know you say you have 2 positions to break even, or does that mean you already brought your positions to break even? Oh yeah, and Zion, so this is my idea of what the 42 is. All right, so we still have the same idea about, we still have the same idea that we still need that inside bar, right? So let me get a little bit bigger. Dang, of course, y'all, of course. Okay, so let me show you. So look, we have the inside bar, right? So what we look for on the 3-piece is a break of the first high or the second or the first low, which is like that coming up or like that, right? And that's the 3-piece. So the importance of the 42 is, what I've been noticing is that, let's say this third candle, which is our 3-piece, it's supposed to close above, you know, it's supposed to close above the first wick, or it's supposed to go up and then come down to indicate, okay, now we need to fill back in here, right? But this is what I've been noticing, is that if this third candle doesn't break the high or the low and it stays inside again, let's say we're looking for it to go up, what I would do now is my entry would be this third candle going up or going down. So let's say we break it going up like this, my entry would be on the 4th candle breaking this high of the 3rd candle, because what that signals is that is usually the motion that gets printed inside of a fake out. So when you start to see these 42 pop out and you see that this 3rd candle never broke the 1st candle, and then you see on the 4th candle is your entry, when you get into these trades, what I've noticed is these next few candles on a higher time frame are the fake outs. So you literally see a 42 right before the fake out. So what I'm saying is that this 42 usually signals the fake out, which is why we try to get out on that first candle of the fake out. So let's say this is the green candle and then this is the red candle. So if this is the green candle, this is the red candle, then what we try to do is get out on the first green candle. So once that green candle closes, pretty much, I mean, after that point, you need to be break even or into profits already, because at some point, eventually on the higher time frame, there's going to be a fake out. But let's say this 15-minute still has 2 more 5-minute candles in it, and it hasn't started its fake out. All of this motion right here is pretty much what's happening inside of the fake out. So if it happens inside of the fake out, like I said, when you see this, it signals fake out. Let me see. Right here, my bad. Yeah, let me put that. Okay, so let me try to show you in a real example right now. And look at, oh, and the move is starting to happen to go up. Yeah, that's the issue right there. Wow. Dang, that's the move right there. Yeah, looks like the move that we could have, you know, that could have been a possible breakout trade right there if you think about it. Yesterday 1200 Europe time, so at 19, okay, I see what you're saying. I normally don't go, okay, yeah, I seen that one. Top 5, you should have watched Asian session or late Asia session and taken one buy at 1908 and this London session buys. Pineappled your way out of this and you would have been at least 10 pips. That is true. You know pineapple, yeah, I know, but Asian sleeping time for me. Yeah, that's true. Mark your pineapple levels at the next resistance support and minor minus 30 pips. I'm sleeping. Yeah, unlucky, bro. Next time. Yes, yes. 1912 previous respecting. Yeah. So we see this respect over here. So you know this is definitely an area we can be touching. So let me see, where did this 42 happen at? Okay, yeah, this was a Zion. I am sure you guys are laughing on my English. Nope, it's all right, Zion. We're all here to learn. It doesn't matter. But look at Zion. This is what we're talking about the fake out. Okay, so look at this is the fake out, right? That we see clear as day. This is a fake out, and then we see right here. This is a fake out. So if this happened to be our support area, because there was a support, this was the fake out, right? Let me just show you what it shows inside of the fake out. This is where the 42 happened at. So look. So look at, we see a red 3-piece forming, right? This third candle never broke the high or the low. It barely stopped right at the top of it. It barely stopped. So this candle didn't break the high or low. And then if you see, this is the second candle. The fourth candle, I mean. The fourth candle is our entry point. So once the fourth candle broke that low, that would have been our entry point for a 42 to go down. Let me see, how many pips did it go? It ended up only going 5 pips. But then this is where we say though, is that let's say, okay, we would have gotten into that trade wherever it would have stopped at. Let's see, where's it at? Okay, this is where we would have gotten out of the trade at the bottom of the fake out, pretty much. I would have closed at this point right here if that was our because it's the bottom of the fake out. So that's where I was saying though, is that with the 42, when it happens, it lets you know it's right at the fake out. And then look at, that's where I say you could have gotten out of the trade, you know, at possibly somewhere down here, or even enter the trade to go up, because you know that's the fake out. So what it is though, is that especially that happening at the bottom of a range, if you guys understand, this was at the bottom of a range. This wasn't just like some random area. So the fact that it happened right here at the bottom of the range, that lets you know that that fake out was going to be the one that possibly started moving up. And then look at, yeah, if we would have been able to get in on that fake out one, that would have been the move to really ride up, and you know, and then come down and do it the same thing. And it's happening over and over and over. I'm trying to get a little better at it, just understanding it. But like, let me just circle this 3-piece or this fake out. Let's see if we see any kind of 3 pieces in here or anything like that that will signal. Well, if you think about it, this is where the 3-piece happened right here. So this is the actual signal for this move up right here. So we seen a 42 right here, and then we seen a 3-piece right here. And look at where they both happened at. The 3-piece happened before that, or the 42 happened before that, and the 3-piece happened before that. But the only difference between a 3-piece and a 42 is that, look at the 42 usually turns back around. The 3-piece just continues up. So we're gonna see what happens when we get to these important levels. But I'm wondering if this could even be the move to maybe get us up to this next resistance line. And if that does get us up to that resistance line, then that is, you know, that's an important idea to understand, is that the 3-piece is the one that gives you the move up, and then the 42 is the one that gives you the moves that only go up before they come back down to retest these areas. So that's actually what I've been kind of figuring out, just understanding these 42s and stuff like that. I mean, they're not the answers to everything, but it's just another way of hopefully being able to catch this move and this move all in the same range without missing it. But yeah, that's my idea about that. So buy or sell now. So waiting till 1912. Yeah. Well, And this, I don't know if you guys I don't know if you guys like double bottoms, but that looks like a possible double bottom. So at this point is our break area. So if you were to break that area, then you know there's a good chance we come back up. But I don't see any 3-piece right now on any time frame yet. Well, the 5-minute was the one. Look at the 3-minute. 3-minute. I don't really look at the 3-minute, but I will look at the 3-minute. Oh, so I see a possible 3-piece forming. So what do you think? This, and look at where this 3-piece that's possibly forming. Look at where it's happening at. It's happening at this resistance. So if we happen to break up above here and then come down, oh, look, it didn't. So this one will possibly be a 42 now, because this one didn't break the low or the high, right? So if it were to break this low right here, this is how I would possibly get into a 42. But like I said, a 42 happens because it's creating a fake out somewhere. So what I'm doing is I'm going to, or even if it, look at, okay, so now the 42, since it broke the high, it's whichever way it breaks first. So it broke the high first. So look, it would go this way now. So you would take your 42 this way. But what this is signaling to me is that eventually there's going to be a fake out somewhere, because this 42 wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for a fake out somewhere. So I'm thinking it's gonna at least hit around this 5-pip mark, because that's what we've been noticing. And it's also, there's a top wick right here. So we're gonna see if this happens to possibly hit these areas, and then maybe, you know, come back down or something. But I do think there's a possible fake out happening, and it could even be this candle right here. So this candle closes in 1 minute. So we're gonna see what happens. Ooh. Yeah, the high is at 12, at 12.7. So there's a high way up there. Look at 3-minute. Let's go moon. Hey, what's up, social missionary? 3 pieces everywhere. I know. I don't have a 3-minute time frame in MT4. Excuse me. You need trading view, bro. Zion, 3-minute. Yeah, I don't. Zion, how come you don't use trading view just to mark up your charts? Because it pretty much is the same thing on MT4, but it's just you might have a little bit. TV for kids, legend, use MT4. Just yeah, and that's true. If you got, if you got somebody using the TV or whatever. But yeah, so like I said, when we see a 3-piece, let's see, that would be a 5. So that might be a 15-minute fake out. If this 15-minute doesn't take a if it doesn't have a top wick, ooh, there it goes. I was just gonna say, if it doesn't have a top wick, it's kind of gonna let us know we're kind of getting to that bottom. I mean, getting to the top, I mean. So we're just kind of gonna see what happens here. Like I said, if that was a possible 42, that's what it signals, is a fake out. So let's see what happens right here. Is this gonna be the fake out right here, or is it gonna continue up? It technically didn't break the low though, so I mean, at any point it's still moving up. 10 pips is just right here. If it were Adobe Photoshop is for kids, adults use Paint. I know. I like Paint. He's in the Stone Age. I know, that's funny. I love me some Paint. It's where my best memes came from. I'm wondering if this could be the top wick, but there is a top wick right here. So we're gonna see if this top wick gets hit and then see what happens. MT4 is in the dark ages. I know MT5 is, even MT5 kind of looks old, but it's just those type of like the font. It's just the font they use. It's like the font from the biggest, oldest computer you could find. Should entry and sell? No, not yet. I want to see this high get tapped. I mean, I could be wrong, but I did want to see this high get tapped. Ha, 300 likes, PC giveaway. Dang, that would be nice. I love light pink panty. Oh man, 300 likes, unboxing. Dang, beast. But yeah, we're not taking any trade yet. Zuri, I only trade gold right now. I mean, I do trade Bitcoin. I had a Bitcoin long that I just closed today at 30%, but yeah, I trade Bitcoin sometimes, but I do trade mostly gold. Gold is my new baby this time. But yeah, but like I said, the reason why I'm not taking a sell yet is because this high hasn't been tapped yet. So look, we had a new high there and we had a new low here. So in order for us to come back down, we might need to create a new high so we could come back down and create a new low so we could come back up to create another new high. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for right now, you know, and we don't want to rush into a trade. We want to wait for like a sniper. We want to wait for it. 100 likes, one free signal on the stream on Discord. Yes, 100 likes, I will give a free signal. It might break even like my last 4 trades, but who knows? You might be a winner. 300 likes, voice reveal. Wait, what? 300 likes, feet reveal. Nah, I'm playing. That's funny though. Is this challenge okay? 100 likes for one free signal in this session. Yes, that is a good idea. I won't hold you guys to that because I don't feel like we would get 100 likes by the time the move even happens. We'll probably get it at the end of stream, but yeah, that's my idea. And this is also the reason why we're not taking a trade right now, is because if you notice, the previous 15s haven't broken the lows of the 15s yet. So yeah. He went out like 10 minutes before you came. Channel reveal. But yeah, like what you really do want to see though is breaks of lows. So the fact that this candle hasn't broken the low yet, it's telling us we could possibly, I mean, it could be wrong, but like I said, this is the idea about that. It's actually a good thing that Classic mentioned. The fact that we seen a 42, look at, like I was saying, the 42 happens, right? And when the 42 happens is when you start to see a fake out after that. So if this does come down, then this will confirm that the 42 was formed right here, which, like I said, after the 42 forms, these candles that wick up are the fake out. So what you want to do is wait for the green one to close, and then the next one opens up, and that's the one that rides back down as the fake out. So I'm still working on this as I speak. I'm not the best at pointing these out all the time either, but like I said, this is why I talk it through, is because when I talk it through, I'm able to understand that, okay, then I was right, or if I was wrong. And if I'm right, then I keep this as a mental note, and then I get back to the work and make it better again. But this is how I was able to figure this out, was because of the trade before. Like I was saying, over here was the same thing that happened. There was this was a 3-piece right here that still ended up going down before going up. It wasn't a 3-piece, my bad. It was a 42 that formed. The 42 was right here, and then look, this 15-minute fake out was this right here. This was the fake out. So that's what I'm saying, is you guys need to understand that when you guys see a specific something, it lets you know, okay, we know we might be seeing some drawdown or something like that. But yeah, I mean, even if this hits, I mean, I still think it's a good trade idea because bro, the fact that you what do you say? Let's see. The fact that you work and you trade, you the GOAT, man. Hey, I appreciate it. I know like I was telling Zion earlier, he was messaging me. I went to sleep for like 3 hours and then I got up right now and started streaming, try to get one trade in at least, and then I got to go back to work in about another hour and a half right now, which is at 2 o'clock, 2:30 I got to leave. So like I said, man, I'm grinding right now, grinding every single day. I'm gonna stream. Tomorrow I'm off, so which is good. So I'll be streaming probably New York while watching Don Vo. Then I'll probably stream Asian also, and then who knows if we really get it vibing, I'll probably do London again. But that'll be my goal, is to start streaming 3 times a day, at least 2 hours each or something. Wow, yeah, last week we hit 1K. Look at Zion set up this YouTube counter for me, so we were able to watch. You know, now we're at 1080. So if you guys haven't hit that like button, let's hit 1100 subscribers tonight. We got an hour and a half to hit 1100 subscribers, so I would appreciate that if we could hit that. And look, guys, look at what it was. What did we say after the Lassic pointed out the 42 right here? Look, this is the idea of where, and it's the same idea. If you take a 42, you want to take it down here going up, maybe even wait for that fake out to happen, and then you hop on the fake out, because the fake out will be the one that moves for 10-15 pips. It's the 42 that might get stuck at 5 and then turn around. So that's the idea of the whole 42. So I hope you guys were listening to that whole idea and understood it, because I haven't that's the first time I explained the 42, but that's just because Zion asked for it. So I'm still working on it myself, but like I said, look, that's the 10 pip move right there now. So look, that move from that entry is already completed, so we would have been out of this trade as a win if we would have taken that. Like I said, it's not a bad trade, but this is where I have to do more testing. If I didn't feel comfortable on that trade, I'm not gonna take it. And look, it does turn back around, so that's why I say once you hit your 10 pip mark, you need to be out of there. But I was expecting it to hit this. It still can go up. This could still be liquidity, but this is what tells me that we still could be moving up. The fact that we haven't broken no lows yet. So we still haven't broken the low yet. This one got very, very close, which could be signaling it, but we're gonna see right now. And back into the range will just be underneath this dotted line, I would suppose. So, you know, we did fake out back into that. So we're gonna see right now, but yeah, like it's a good analysis to understand. You know, when you see a 42, it definitely gives you a heads up. It lets you know that that's what's forming a fake out. So you have to start looking at your higher time frames and start looking for candles that start to resemble a fake out. If you start seeing things like this and it's not a fake out, then yeah, you're probably not in the right area, or you're just wrong. But when you see a good 42, it usually confirms that fake out is happening. And look at what happened. What happens after a fake out? Look at what happens after a fake out. It goes in the opposite direction. It goes this way, right? Look at, there was a fake out here. It went in the opposite direction. So if this happens to be a fake out, the direction is just going to go in the opposite way. But look, it still hasn't broken the lows, so it still can go up at any point. So that's why it's important to manage your trades in the moment. You know, if this fake out may break the low, isn't it a pineapple? Well, no, that technically might be a zucchini, I believe, because you know the zucchinis are usually at the bottom of the range to go up, or at the top of the range to come down. But the pineapple, what the pineapple is just pretty much added position. So let's say we got into the trade at this point, and then we start going into drawdown, and then our next major resistance or support is this line up here. What we'll do is take a second position and while this one is in the negative going up, once we hit our second position up here, we know this second position needs to grab liquidity to continue. So as the second position gets into profit, and then the loss of the first one gets a little bit less, you could close both positions at this point while the first trade is in negative, let's say 5 pips or 10 pips, and then the second trade is actually in the profit of 5 or 10 pips. So what that kind of lets you know is just like, it's pretty much just an added position to cancel out that first loss. Pretty much it's like a hedge in a sense, but you're not betting in the opposite way. You just know it's eventually going to come back down. So this trade will be your second one, this will be your first one, and you'll probably break even on both of them with when it comes to here, because the first one doesn't have to come all the way back down here to break even if this one is already in profit down here like that. So that's kind of what a pineapple is, if that helps a little bit. Why do you call it a 42? Okay, so why I call it a 42 is because because like I said, I've understood that it's a fake out, but the also thing that triggers the move is the fourth candle. So let me draw it real quick. Like I said, is the 3-piece is the idea of having the inside bar like this, and then you have your top and your bottom, right? And then if you break it and then come back down, you're in a sell. If you break the low and come back up, you're in a buy. But what happens with the 42 is that this third candle doesn't break the high or the low, so it technically pretty much signals, okay, this is what signals to me that the fake out is going to happen, because this is where I've been able to tell is that the fake out happens in after a 42, because that's why I say it's a 42 fake, because the fourth candle is how we get into the trade. Like let's say whichever, let's say this fourth candle is this one, whichever way it breaks the third candle now is going to be the important. So our entry will be the third candle now. So let's say it breaks the high first, we would take this buy at this point, and then we would close it at the close of the next like higher time frame fake out. So this is why I call it the 42, is because it's the fourth candle that enters the trade. So once it breaks the high or once it breaks the low, it lets me know that, okay, this is the area the fake out is going to happen. So the fake out is starting to come this way. That lets me know on a higher time frame you're going to see these two big candles like that. And then that's where I say you want to get out of your trade at the bottom of the first fake out, and then maybe even get into your second trade on this one going back this way. So the 42 fake out, if you get into it, depending on where you get into it, it could only be 5 or 10 pips. But the idea is to understand that if you see it, it's usually going to signal a fake out. So look at, like I was saying right here, look at this. You see how this is a fake out, right? Inside of here is where the 42 happened at. Because look, there's a candle here. Here, let me remove these. Oh. And then if you notice, okay, so look, this is where the candles happened at. So there's this candle right here. There's this one, and then there's this one. And then look at the third candle didn't break the high to activate a 3-piece, and it didn't break the low to activate the 3-piece. So what ended up happening was the fourth candle was the one that broke this low going down. So once it broke the low, you could have gotten, well, my idea, you don't have to get into this trade. This is just if you're trying to like super scalp and stuff. And obviously we're at the bottom of a range. You don't want to really take no trades into the bottom of the range, because this is what happens at the bottoms of the range. So since this was the indicator letting me know, okay, a 42 has formed, if you don't take that trade, what you do is you wait for the 42 to form. And then look at where, like I said, this is the 42 right here. I'm going to circle it. And then I go up to the 15. And look at what's inside of the 15. It's pretty much right before the fake out happens. So that's where I'm saying is that's what's giving me the idea of when to get into the fake out. So I'm able to possibly get into a wick entry right there before this move up. And this is the move that I understand. If I get into this trade, it's not going to continue up because there's a reason why it was a fake out. It lets you know, the 42 lets you know that we're going to come back down. When you see a 3-piece, the 3-piece is the one that indicates to me that we're going to continue up. So my song just came on too. I hope that helped a little bit. Yeah, making structure a nick, that makes sense. That explains, like I was saying though, this is why a 3-piece would form right here. A 3-piece formed right here. Look, let me explain to you guys. A 42 was right here, 42, and then the 3-piece was right here. So why I say is the 42 is the one that comes up and has to come back down. There's a reason why it doesn't continue up, where when you see the 3-piece, the 3-piece usually signals the move that's going to continue. Not all the time, but just keep that in mind, is that, you know, if you get into a 42, the fake out area, and you're starting to come up, understand that eventually you're going to probably hit a wall, because there's a reason why. Because the 3-piece forms in a 3-candle move that breaks the low to come up. So 42 just starts to break it above like that. So what that means though is that we never eventually grab these liquidity down here at the bottom. So what would need to happen is that this candle needs to make its way back down to grab liquidity, then come back up, which explains why this move right here had this long liquidity wick, just like yesterday's New York session. I forget where we were at for the New York session. I think it might have been this guy, but it was some kind of long wick right during pre-market that ended up signaling it up to go up and stuff. So that's just what I'm saying, is that could also confirm, you know, like the move that we're going up now is because the 42 was the idea that we need to come down to grab liquidity. We came down to grab liquidity, and now what? The 3-piece formed right here is what's gonna possibly give us that push to go up. So that's how I read the charts. That's how I read it. That's my idea. Hope you guys understood that. I appreciate that, Zion. I appreciate that for dropping the Discord. Do you mind if you give a time to make a video about that, bro? Fake out 42. Yes. I do plan on doing that. It's coming very soon. I'm trying to make the video as best I can so I don't have to make it over again. So right now I'm just collecting a little bit of data and just trying to have a real good like format or whatever, that way I could make the video nice and neat for you guys. And you know, I have candlesticks that will explain it, maybe even some live examples and things like that. So I'm definitely trying to gather that information and get that to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, just give me a little bit of time and I will have that. But I do explain it every day on stream, so if you guys are here for the stream, I will continue to let you guys know what I'm doing and stuff. So I'm not gatekeeping any of this information. The more I learn about it, the more I'm gonna share with you guys. So don't think, you know, I'm gatekeeping any information. It just takes me time, you know. BTC to 30 parabolic pump time. Damn, is it happening right now, or is it you kind of predicting it? I'm gonna check right now. I got Bitcoin on my charts. Let's see. Oh, nope, not 1 second. Whoa, let's see. Muhammad, any special reason? Why do we call it 42? Yes, we call it the 42 because what signals it is the 4th candle. Like I was saying down here, this was the signal. See, look, there's a 3-piece, like our normal 3-piece. So this 3rd candle is what kind of gave us, okay, so now it's up to the next candle. So it's the 4th candle that let us know the fake out was going to be going to the bottom. So the 4th candle is our pretty much our signal or our entry. So that's why I say the 42, because this is the one that signals the entry, and then the second candle is the important one that has to still stay inside of the first candle. So I kind of just did that so it reminds me, okay, what I was trying to think of a way to remember all of this, because, and like I said, I was like, okay, how, and it's in an easy way for me to explain it. So eventually when you guys understand 42, you guys will be able to, okay, 42 is the fourth candle and it needs the second candle confirmation. So that's kind of why I call it the 42. And it's also a fake out. Like I was saying, is that 42 happens in this area right here, which is this fake out. So we call it a 42 fake out pretty much. But yeah, that's kind of how I came up with that. And like I said, I came up with that on my own. I had help from my buddy Zion. He's the one that gave me the idea, and then as he gave me the idea about that, I just kind of started figuring out more information about it. And as time goes on, every time I take a mental trade, it just helps further this idea. So pretty much that's what I've been doing, is just back testing and stuff like that and figuring them out. I mean, I pretty much got the idea down already. Now it's just being able to explain it to everybody so that way you guys understand it and stuff. Yeah, that's why I call it the 42. It just makes it easier for me to remember. Let's see, did you, Envy, will you place a buy stop and sell stop at CPI? No, I will not place Envy. I will not do no trading at news time unless Donvo says so. I just know from past experience. And good morning, Martin. Sorry, I just seen your message. You know, Donvo usually says stay out of news, because the news is what brings us the volatility, but we jump on to the volume after the fact. So what we do is we let the news play out. We let it go up and down, all that volume, and then once that candle closes, on the next candle we open, if it's in an area where we need to take a buy or something, we'll take a buy on that next candle. You know, but we use the volume from news to actually you know, to get into a position, but we don't trade during that volume time. So just because it could go either way, and we don't guess, because see, when you bet on CPI, nobody knows what's going to happen. So if you're saying buy or sell, unless you see something that's in your analysis that gives you the reason to do that, but most of the time it's just kind of guessing. So we try not to guess. So yeah, that's, oh, you weren't lying. Bitcoin did go up, but it did drop earlier. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I got thanks. Yeah. What do you guys think for today's play? Man, what we noticed is pre-London, it already grabbed the liquidity it possibly needed. So my idea would probably be it might start moving up, just because, like I said, we're starting to break. We have a level 1 here, and then we have a level 2 here pretty much. So we pretty much broke above level 2, and we created a support above this level 2. So the only thing really left to do now is possibly just to push up at least to these areas, if not test these highs again. I mean, my idea too would probably be at least this high right here where the dotted line is at, because that is the last time we grabbed liquidity, which is right here before we came down. But we already grabbed enough liquidity down here that we broke this low right there for us to just to continue up to this next resistance, I think. So that could definitely be, you know, what's happening. It just depends, but nothing bad could happen. Some big traders do it. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is I mean, nothing bad can happen. Yeah, a lot of bad stuff can happen. You could get slipped during that time because, you know, there's so much volume that it might just pass by your order and you don't get in or something. But um, I know some big, but like I said, they're gambling at that point. If they're, you know, unless their analysis specifically tells them, hey, this and this and this, and they have confirmations, then I believe they're just gambling on it. I mean, you have tight stop losses and things like that, but I'd rather get into a trade that I know is going to work out. And then, but like I said, if you understand how markets work, if it lets you know before the news happens, and you get a good entry, then I don't see why not. But like I said, it's just too much volatility. There's too much volume. Yeah, you can definitely get your account swiped out playing around. I got it a little. The 42 will happen when near almost breakout support resistance, right? Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not saying you can't see it in the middle of these areas, but these areas won't be as important as these. See, look at, there's the fake out right there, and then there's another fake out. So pretty much in this trajectory of going up, it's already had two of them. So eventually there might even be another one, you know, to continue it up. But the reason why I say that is that those things happen at certain levels. There's a reason why this 42 didn't show up right here. There's a reason why it didn't show up. It might have showed up here. Who knows if I look, but that's what I'm saying is that there's a reason why it doesn't show up right there. It's just because of that. The fact that the 42s happen here and the three pieces happen here, they usually let you know, okay, this is what's usually going to happen. It goes up, you know. So that's what I'm saying is that I've been noticing every time I find a three piece or something, it's usually in an area where at the bottom, it's, you know, it's like there's a reason why it doesn't happen in the middle. I mean, not saying it can't, but it's just there's a reason why they're more important down here than if they're somewhere in the middle, or, you know, you definitely want to be in supply and demand zones. I think that's the best area. And I have this supply and demand little box type of thing right here. And then look at, what were we saying earlier when we did notice that we tapped into this box? What usually happens? We need to come up here to this supply zone. So that's what that move right there was. It was that whole supply zone. And then look, it goes right to this dotted line, which is where our liquidity's at. So the liquidity most likely will be in this box. Last time we touched this box, look, we came down. So there's a good chance we come in here, we might even see a three piece or a 42 that continues us down. Because like how we were saying is the fact that we have that CPI news coming up. If we have CPI, then eventually we need pressure, and the way to get pressure is just to range. So if we do go up, it's just so we could come back down, so we could just continue to range and stuff. And like I said, we're in the middle of a range right now. You don't want to be taking no trades. You're right in the middle of it. There's no room to go up. There's no room to go down. If you missed the trade at the bottom of the range already, if you missed this one or you missed this one, it's already, you're kind of late to the party. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to wait for something to happen at this top range to maybe come down or something like that. So it definitely depends, but we have like a small, this supply zone is on the 15-minute. This supply zone up here, I mean on the 5-minute, that one up there is on the 15, but the one on the 5 is the one that's right here. So this could be like a short quick move, you know, we come down real quick. But yeah, that's kind of the idea, and that's kind of how I come up with my analysis. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't liked or subscribed, hit that like and subscribe for me. 66 likes required for free signal. Yes, we need that 100 for signals group. Yo, what up, Raphael? What up, Flying? Get some before too late. Parabolic pump ahead. BTC to 30. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. I kind of want to get into another short trade. I mean, another long trade. I was in a long trade from when it dropped down just recently the other day, and I got out when it just pumped this morning. So I got out this morning. So I'm thinking about. I'm pretty much at my entry I was at before. So I mean, I could probably get back in again and do it again. But I always know it. That's how they get you. They let you in one time, but they're gonna try to trick people. This is the thing too, though, about the whole Bitcoin, is that at the end of the year, people start to they call it tax harvesting, meaning they sell their crypto at a loss so they could write it off on their taxes, and then they just buy it back in. So what I've noticed is at the end of the year, a lot of things start to pump, so that way people have more profits when they sell. So if you see a pump coming, trust me, it's not gonna last. It's gonna be one of those pumps. People start selling because they're in profits now, or and then they can start selling things for losses, and then they're just gonna buy it back in, buy it back when they get back around to it. Good afternoon, Kato and Kalash. My free signals is pretty much just watching live. I give out free signals while I'm on live and stuff. So if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to ask in here. We also have a Discord and Instagram. If you haven't followed our Discord and Instagram yet, definitely do that. I'm gonna drop the Discord in the chat right now. The Discord is right there. Price out of change of character levels. Yes. That's why I'm thinking though it's gonna hit this dotted line, because this was the last time we had that liquidity, which was also at that demand or supply zone. So the supply could get hit and we could come back. Because in order for us to come down, we need to hit that. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Let's see. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, let's see how many subscribers we're at. We're at 180 still. Let's see if we could. Oh, actually, no, it needs to update. We got 73 people watching. Oh, we're 10 subscribers away from 1100. Let's hit that 1100. That way I could go to work and I'll be happy. So we got 73 people watching and we got 49 likes. Let's get 20 more likes and 10 more subscribers, and then we'll be on our way to success. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for all watching, and hopefully I'm saying a little something that you guys might be able to learn a little something from, or maybe I might say something that you guys know not to listen to, because you're like, oh yeah, this guy don't know what he's talking about. So that may be a good thing too. I might be confirming your analysis even more. What work do you do? A top 5. I work at Tesla in California. It's just like pretty much like not like selling them, actually like where we make them at. So like the other day there was one of those Cybertrucks. I seen the Cybertrucks at work the other day. Like this. Let me show you. These ones. We don't make these ones, but they make these ones in Texas, which is a whole different state. But I'm in California right here. In California, where they make them at is here in Texas. So they make them in Texas, and I'm in California. So yeah, that's kind of Ooh, so look, okay, Krish, that makes good sense. Chris just pointed out a three-piece that just formed right here. But my idea is the fact that this is a green idea and we still need to hit this dotted line. I'm gonna wait for this next top wick to possibly hit this dotted line, and then I'll see what we can do, maybe taking it down, because like I said, there's a supply zone in here, so I want to see this supply zone get touched. If we could get this supply zone and get touched one time, that would be awesome. We're gonna see right now. But what up, Krish? Thank you for letting me know that. Oh, nice. They ugly though. Yeah, they are. They're ugly if you compare it to an old car, but if you compare it to a new car, like, there's nothing like it, you know. But yeah, they are a little ugly. They're like good. They're like cool ugly. I don't know. It's like once you get used to it, you'll be like, oh dang, that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's kind of my idea. Pump. What do you think, social missionary? You think it's gonna pump past this supply zone, or is it gonna hit the supply zone and come down? And I don't want to know I think, I hope, or anything. I want to know what you think, what you really believe is gonna happen. That's why I say, Krish, like, if you remember, especially if we're not at a zone yet, let's say if I'm looking for this area to get tapped and we're right underneath the supply zone, and you do see a possible three-piece, but they're both green, what that usually tells me is there's usually one candle this way, and then the next one is the one that wicks up, and then that's the one that comes down after that. So I mean, we can definitely wait to see if that happens, but if it does happen and it plays out, then it just confirms what I'm already saying. But I mean, it could still go down from here. I'm not saying it can't, but that is one of those things that I want to wait out for. I want to see if that plays out like that. It's a first hit at support zone. Yeah, that's where I'm thinking, is that even if, because we're gonna need more liquidity, so if we need more liquidity, we're probably gonna need to come down to grab that liquidity, which is way down here. I'm thinking that's where the liquidity is at, because this was that three-piece that kind of formed that it never got filled. Oh well, never mind. Look, never mind. Let me see. Hold on. 720. Okay, so yeah, never mind. This is a three-piece that went up. So this three-piece went up exactly like it suggested. So yeah, that was a good one to have. And that was the second three-piece. There was a three-piece right here that happened. That one happened, and then this one happened, confirming it going up. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of waiting for right now. We're gonna see how this plays out. We're gonna see right now how it plays out. We got 49 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. See, just like these guys right here that happened, you know? So just like how those happened, just how this happened, I would assume, you know, we might get one more. And also what gives me that idea is the fact that we do have that CPI news coming, which kind of, like I said, gives me the idea that we're just going to be ranging a little bit. So even though we did move up, it's just to grab these supply so we can come back down again, and then come back up and come back down. That's my idea. I could be wrong, but that's where I say is I come up with a bunch of scenarios, and then, you know, I see what happens. Yeah. What up? What up? What up? Sorry. Let's see what happens, guys. Social missionary BTC to 30K pump. Possibly. But like I said, is that I do think wherever it does go, it's gonna stop there, because like I said, it's gonna stop right before the end of the year, because we're already getting close to the end of the year. September, there's October, November, December. So I think around November is when it could start creeping up, you know? But oh damn, look at that, Krish. There it goes. That was the wick. Let's see. We need 10 pips from the entry of that candle. So we'll be down here. So Krish, if that move goes back down to this area from this top wick right here, then that would explain the top wick. And if you look at where it got rejected, perfectly right there. So we're just gonna see right now, see what happens. But you know, this is the ideas of like, I still want to see this. I do still want to see this get tapped in here. So at any point, maybe, I mean, this could even close like that. Let's say if it closes red on the next candle that maybe wicks up into this box area and coming down, I'll probably look for a possible sell. Just for that reason, is that, like I said, this is a 3-piece that needs to get filled at least to this point. So it's going to get filled to there, but now it's going to be up to if it's going to continue down or not. I said, if I miss it, I miss it. I'm not mad if I miss it, because I know the analysis is what we're looking for, and it's playing out exactly how we would want it. But what I'm actually looking for is a tap into this box up here. If we could get a tap into this box somehow, I do think that's where this pump is gonna finally, I mean, this drop is gonna come down. There's a reason why we're getting stuck there. There's a reason why this candle wicked down real quick, because we are getting this pressure from here. So what I think what will really solidify that pressure will be a wick into that, and then the next one will just start to come back down, at least to fill in this 3-piece that started. So, and that's where I also say, everybody, is that the 3 pieces, it just gives me the idea of what this pretty much triggers to me liquidity. So when I see these things happen like that, it triggers liquidity to me, meaning at some point we need to either come back down to fill this area, or this is what we're grabbing so we can come down. So we're gonna see right here if this one gets a nice top wick, maybe even breaking these areas. Let's see. Especially with no bottom wick, we'll probably get into a sell at this point. We're gonna wait though. We're gonna wait. We're not doing anything just yet. Ooh, was that it? I don't know. It's not a 3-piece in MetaTrader, but in TV shown as 3-piece. I have seen that Zion. What to do, buy or sell? Nothing yet. like I said, I'm waiting for this specific number to get hit, but I could have also maybe been wrong, but we'll see. But Zion, the reason why, what I've noticed is that I actually never, I mean, there's been a time where I wouldn't take a trade if it didn't match up. Because like, let's say there's not a 3-piece on the MT5 or whatever. But the thing is if it's right here on this chart, that's where it was. I seen a 3-piece on here, but it didn't work out on my phone, so I didn't take the trade. But this 3-piece still ended up playing out. So if this 3-piece even just plays out to continue down, then even on your MT5, it's still going to continue down. So that's just one thing too, is I have noticed that happen to where it doesn't match up on my MT5, but it's not like it's a crazy difference. You know, it might just be a few pips here or there, but if it's close enough, I think it's most of the time it's okay. But also use this as a back test in a sense to see what happens. If it doesn't show up on your MT5, but it shows up on the chart, maybe the chart will explain that, you know. So like I said, just use this as a back test as now for future references and things like that. Top 5, do you ever use fib for support resistance confirmation? I've seen that gold usually retraces around the 78 before continuing. Yeah, I definitely, I mean, I don't use it personally myself, but I do understand that, you know, that those are the levels. These levels do how would I do it? I would do it this way, right? I'll go from this one down. So this one actually retraced past the 78. So it actually hit that 78. So I'm wondering if it hits this, which is our supply area, this is why it's getting rejected. But the thing is too with Fibonacci's is that it's all percentage wise. If you notice their percentage. So let me see, this right here is a percentage. Pretty much they're all percentages pretty much. So you could almost kind of tell, if you understand the percentages, obviously you could just kind of tell where your Fibonacci's are going to be just from understanding. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work or nothing. I'm sure it does work, but that's just I mean, it'll be a faster way to find your levels so you don't have to find them. But let's just say you already did lines and you already found your levels. Your levels are most likely going to be where the Fibonacci charts are at anyways, you know. But for example, on the 4-hour, the 50% would be around 1960. Let's see, the 4-hour. So would you do it from the bottom or from the top? I think it's from the bottom, right? I forget which way to do it, but... So if I did it from the bottom, that means we already retraced way past the 78 and we're coming back up to the 38. Or did I do it wrong? I don't know. See, I forget how to do it. It's been a long time since I've used it, but I think it might be from the top here. If I did it like that. We could be maybe moving back up to this this area like you're saying. 50% would be at the 1960 level. Huh. Did I do it wrong? Let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so like this, right? Or no, not even that one. I don't know. I forget how to do it sometimes. My bad. I be forgetting sometimes. All right, and we had a bullish candle respecting it. Ooh, what I'm looking for is a top wick to come up and then down, break these highs and then come down. Let's see, from top to low. I see for continuation to downside. Okay, I see what you're saying. Help me. What up? Help me. How you doing? There is forming another. Ooh, exactly. So Krish, if this one happens to be the one that wicks up and then comes down, that will be the one. I still think these are going to play out though. It still needs to come down to this level in order to continue up. So I mean, if it hits this level and then comes up, then yeah, you got to watch out that it's going to continue more up. But there's a reason why we're getting stuck right at that level. And if you see, there's no, like, the bodies are just exactly at that point. Something like that, yeah. Hey, help me. My name is Bit. You can call me Bit. You can call me bitmesone. You can call me Bit. You can call me, or my real name is Nick. My real name is Nick. I placed a buy limit on Euro GPY at 158. Ooh, how's that going for you? Is it in the profits, or are you break even, or are you in drawdown? Ooh, so look, Krish, it technically would signal it probably going up. So that's not a good sign, because then what that usually says is we need to go up. But we're also at a supply zone. So, you know, we could only go so much higher. So if we do go up, it's just going to come up to here so we could come back down. Ooh. And then look now, Krish, on the 15 though. So even though that could play out on the 5 minute, like let's say this is one that's supposed to go up, that signals us to go up, right? But look at what it would also do. It would almost be like, let's say this ends up closing inside of that first candle, it would, that three piece going down to go up. Oh nope, never mind, it just broke it. Let's see. Yeah, this one, it's gonna, watch, this one's gonna, it needs to wick back up into this box still. I still think it's gonna wick into this box. Not started yet, but definitely I'm confident I will TP one. Oh, good job, man. Safe to put sell limit in supply zone. Kalish, it is safe, but the thing is you want to make sure it's part of your plan. You know, it, like how we're kind of talking things out and we're saying, oh, if this happens, or this and this. That's what my idea about it is that, you know, we're going off of a plan that we have. If it doesn't follow our plan, then we don't take a trade. But like if sell in the supply zone is part of your trade, then you definitely would want to take it. Don't do something just because I say it. You also want to make sure you're taking the trades that you're confident in. And there's a lot of things that, you know, need to happen for me to take a trade. But for the most part, like I said, I take a lot of mental trades. If I see something, I take a mental trade. I take like 4 or 5 mental trades throughout a session for sure. But then, you know, I take the one that I truly believe like is the right one. I try to take that one for sure. Help me 90 pips. What do you mean help me 90 pips? You need 90 pips? Or what does that mean? Are you in drawdown 90 pips? Tell me what your help me 90. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's the, I forget, that's his screen name. So you're adding help me 90 pips. So yeah, that's him. Hopefully so. Okay, so yeah, help me's trying to get 90 pips. David, I only trade gold right now, but I do trade Bitcoin sometimes. Like over the weekend, I did have some Bitcoin, one Bitcoin little trade. I was holding it for about a week, but it finally went up 30% in profit, so I just closed it. Target 90 pips today. Okay, help me. Remember though, let's say it hits 85 pips. Does that mean you're not gonna close it just because it's 85 pips? Or are you gonna manage it? Because like I said, 10 pips is also better than 0. You know, 20 pips is better than 0. All the way up to 80 pips is better than 0. So just because it doesn't hit 90, I hope you don't not close it. You know, start managing it and collecting profit. So no matter what happens, you close off in profit. You don't want to lose those profits. Nick, day before I got no trade because not got trade on my level. Oh, yes, that's good. You don't want to take a trade. Yes, don't take a trade if it's not, you know, hitting your levels and things like that. David, do you stream while trading Bitcoin? I would like to see crypto trading stream. I don't know much about crypto, and I like to learn more. One thing about crypto trading, no, go to Sone. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but I wouldn't sell now because it's I was expecting something to get tapped a little bit higher still, so I don't know if this would be a good idea just yet. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is why also you have to understand you follow your plan. But David, I do like to stream Bitcoin, but it just depends on what day, because a lot of times during the day, during the week, I'm streaming gold, you know. So if I trade Bitcoin, it's usually on my own or on the weekends, but usually on the weekends there's no volume and stuff, so it's one of those things where it's just like I do want to start trading Bitcoin. I mean, I guess I could look at Bitcoin real quick right now. I don't have to always, you know, I like looking at Bitcoin and stuff, but just understand too, trading Bitcoin is the same way you would trade gold or anything. You know, it's all just reading candles and things like that. So yeah, so look, this is where I had gotten into my long trade the other day when I was into that right there, and then I got out when it pumped up like that. So I should have just got back in when it did this, but yeah, I didn't. I was at work when I closed it, so I closed it while I was at work when it was over here, and then it did all of this, and obviously I missed all that. So I was thinking of holding all the way till I get to like 30, possibly 28, but it just seems like I didn't think it was gonna continue. So I wanted to get back in, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back in at a better price. I might have missed the move right here. But yeah, it's all the same thing pretty much. It's the same stuff. Let's see. And if you guys remember, this was that original. Let's see, was it on this one? Or no, it was on the 5. This was the original 3-piece right here. The one that formed. Was it this one that formed? Okay, I think it was this one. It pretty much wicked us in. So this is where I was thinking eventually we need to come down to this dotted line. This could also just be a bottom wick on a higher time frame that could just be continuing up maybe. So look at like this on a 30-minute time frame, it still didn't break the low yet. So as long as it doesn't break the low, there's a good chance that we could still wick up before coming back down. Well, I'm wondering if 13, maybe 1913 could be an area that could possibly get tapped. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait and see. Yep, and this was a fake out. So Krish, remember how this was the one that just played out? It didn't fill to the top yet. So I'm wondering if this could be the one to fill up, and then when it fills up, that's gonna be the one to fill this one. Because in order to come down, we kind of need to go up. So I'm just wondering if it could come up to fill that. Or if it fills this one first and then it comes back up to fill it so we can come back down. It's just a weird game we have to play with this. It's just like a dance. You gotta ride the wave when you can, get out when you can, things like that. Oh yes, let's see. Gartley pattern formed 15-minute. I'm not sure what that one is. Thanks for the sub. Oh yeah, thanks for the sub, MD12. Thanks, man. And thanks for the sub, Gilbert. I just seen your new sub. If you guys haven't hit that sub yet, hit that like and subscribe for me. I appreciate you guys for showing up today. And David, do you use ICT concepts? I see you've marked a level of change of character on the chart. Well, actually, that is the there's a what's it called, an indicator. If you look at the top right, I have this indicator pretty much right here. Right here is the indicator. It's called strong supply and demand. So when I turn it on and off, it just gives me a supply and demand zone. But yes, it gives me also like the change of characters and things like that. So I definitely understand, but I don't trade ICT concepts because I've never really learned them. But I understand pretty much they're all the same, tomato type of things, you know. So change of character just might be called resistance or some other kind of name to somebody else, you know. But yeah, I understand the ICT concepts and the change of characters and stuff. But yeah, that if those show up, it's because of this little indicator. Because sometimes, like I said, when I'm looking for a quick spot real quick while I'm in the moment and I don't want to have to go back and look for, you know, supplies and demands, I just use this quick one because it does give me quick areas of, you know, what to look for without having to search for it so fast. So like I said, it'll give me a demand zone right there, and look at what happened in the demand zone. Boom, boom. So that's why it's good to understand where your demands and supply are at. And if you don't know how to find them, that's what the indicator's for. It just gives you it teaches you how. And every time you look at it, you should learn why the lines are there. And help me, yes, I will show you how to use the Fibonacci on the weekend. This Saturday, I think I work this Saturday, so I might not be able to do it this weekend, but I'll make sure on our next weekend stream, whatever, when we ask questions, don't let me forget. Make sure you ask me. Yo, what up, Jay the Emperor? What up? How you doing? 4-hour no wick in previous candles. To give it a wick, have to cross 1914, then down to 50. Good job, Nick. That's a good idea. Yep, there's no top wick technically. So in order for us to get a top wick, and just like I say about every candle, everybody, is that look at these candles and see how much of them don't have a top and bottom wick. When you notice a lot of them have a top and bottom wick, and let's say one of them doesn't, like this one right here, but look at the next candle. What does it do? It created a top wick before it went down. So if this one doesn't have a top wick, this could just be creating a bottom wick so it could create the top wick, or it could create the top wick first before it comes down. So that's why it's also important to know that, you know, if we start going down first, at some point there's always a chance that we need to go back up, because we need to create that top wick in order to continue down. This candle won't continue down unless it makes a top wick grabbing some kind of liquidity before coming back down. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense though. I could see that happening. And if you notice, this candle right here doesn't have a top wick. Alrighty, and appreciate everybody for watching. If you guys haven't liked or subscribed, hit that like and subscribe for me. I appreciate it. And I'm also going to send the link of the Discord in the chat right now. If you guys want to join our Discord, feel free to join it through this link right here. And also our Instagram is inside of our description. So if you need to follow our Instagram or anything, feel free to, you know, give us a message over there, or even anywhere. It don't matter. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching and stuff. I appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, it would really help out. And then there goes that 3-piece that formed on the 5-minute. There's that one. So that one finished pretty much, which is this one. This is the one Krish pointed out, which is true. It like how we were saying. Or was it that one, or was it this one? What was it at? I thought it was a green because that was, oh yeah, it was this one right here. Sorry, this is the one. This is the one Krish pointed out, which is true. It worked exactly how, right? And then look, the 10 pips was this dotted line. So we're pretty much at that dotted line. So this got filled almost. I mean, it could still go a pip or so, but what I'm pretty much trying to say is that this got pretty much filled. So now I'm thinking this is going to be the one that comes up, possibly grab liquidity before coming down. But yeah, this one, and like I was saying, Chris, if you remember how I said when they're green, a lot of times it still needs to grab liquidity. So maybe that's what these candles right here were, was just that extra little bit of liquidity so we could push down. But that was a good point out. That was a good point. On the 4-hour time frame, there is a fair value gap above which is not tapped yet, and high impact news is coming in 4 hours. That is true. That indicator looks very handy. You don't have to keep looking for those zones and markment. Yeah, exactly, David. That's exactly why I use it, was for that reason. You know, like let's say I'm in the heat of the moment and I'm looking for you know, I'm in the heat of the moment. These candles are moving so fast. I can't figure out. I don't got time to scroll over here and look for something. So sometimes it's a handy dandy little supply and demand zones. It gives me a quick idea, and it lets me know, because I could pretty much tell if I just look. But obviously that takes brain power, and if you could do it a little bit faster without having to think so much, that way I could still focus on, you know, handling what's over here. I don't have to worry about this. It definitely makes it a lot easier. But yeah, if you want to know what this one is called, it's called strong demands and supplies plus liquidity. So just type in your indicators, pretty much supply and demand, and then you'll see all kinds of different supply and demand ones right here. It just depends on which one you like. But I mean, somebody offered this one to me. Somebody mentioned it in the chat, and I tried it out. It was the first one I tried out, and it pretty much did what I needed. So I don't see why I need a different one. But yeah, that's kind of what I use it for. Mohammed, signal channel is not a bad idea, as it will help. At least we contribute something for our YouTube. Plus you will get at least some money to buy coffee and some water, as to talk for 2 hours is not a joke. I know. What is kind of crazy, Mohammed, is I'm actually like, the more I stream, the longer I'm able to talk, because I know when I first started streaming, it's like a muscle. You have to like work out your muscle and stuff. So now that I'm on stream a lot more, it's definitely helping out talking a lot longer. But yeah, that's funny you say that. When we draw range, we are looking for body or wick. What I like to do body. I like to do the bodies. Like if I'm on a, let's say I mean, there's a lot of lines right here. You can't really see these, but let me erase these lines. The dotted lines are just areas I'm waiting to get tapped, things like that. And like this one got tapped perfectly. So if I'm on a, let's say this one right here, this is the 15-minute chart. You know, you want to use the bodies most likely, because like if you see right here, look at perfectly everything body, but the wicks are above it. It's okay with the wicks going above it, because that pretty much signals it's grabbing liquidity. Because if you were to have the line on the top of the bodies like that, or on the top of the candle wicks, look at over here gets kind of cut off, you know, over here gets cut off. So the best idea that I found was the bodies. So yeah, when you do bodies, you're able to get more of the candles in, because also understand when the candle closes, that lets you know, okay, that's the area that we need to be looking out for, or something like that. You know, it's because there's a reason why it closed right here and not, you know, somewhere where the wick is at. So it definitely lets you know those are important areas. But yeah, and even if you go on the 5-minute, you kind of just want to adjust your lines to make sure they line up properly. But yeah, it's starting to go down now, and that's what we were thinking. You know, we were really thinking that this was going to be the area we needed to tap. It did tap it, but I wanted something specific. I wanted this number to get tapped, because it seems like every time that I don't wait for my plan to happen, it actually goes the opposite way. Like I could have easily gotten into a 3-piece right here at this bottom area, been in drawdown for a little bit, but I was expecting this line to get hit up here, and that's what it didn't get hit. But like I said, you just follow your plan. If it's part of your plan, you would be in the trade. If it's not part of your plan, you might have missed it. But like I said, it's part of getting better. I don't mind. If I'm a few pips off, yeah, I could be like, man, I'm a few pips off. But had I, I could have waited, and it didn't. I mean, I could have got into the trade, and then it goes against me, and then it's like, man, why didn't I just wait for my level to get tapped? So now I'm not in a trade, and I also didn't get into it, so I can't be mad. It's like, it's not a loss if I didn't take it. Bro, you should stream after Dawn's one so you can continue the session. I know, Raphael, that's a good idea. Most of the time I stream while he's on also. Like, while I'm on stream, I'm listening to his stream or watching his stream and stuff. So, but yeah, I do think that's a good idea. Tomorrow, I'm off of work for the next 2 days. So for the next 2 days, we're definitely gonna be streaming for New York and stuff. And look at this, guys. Krish, man, you pointed that one out perfectly, bro. You pointed that one out perfectly. I give you your props for that one. Look at that run too. Wow, that's the one right there, guys. That's the one. See, that's the move. And like I said, this is the one that comes after the 3-piece. Look at where the 3-piece happened at, right here. Even though we went into a little bit of drawdown, or actually there was a 3-piece right here, sorry. Literally right here at the point of interest, which is right at the top of there. Look at where the 3-piece formed at. That's why I say is that when you're looking for a 3-piece to form, you're not looking for a 3-piece to possibly go up that way, because most likely it's we're already at the top, so since you see a 3-piece kind of forming down, that lets you know, yeah, that's the one that needs to go. That's the one right there. That would have been the one. We would have already been out the trade. But it's all right. Like I said, you only miss the trades that if you were waiting for it. I was waiting for a number to get tapped, and so be it. Can't be mad at that. I mean, who knows? It could still come up and tap it. But this candle doesn't have a top wick either. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, stream is lagging. Oh, my bad. Hopefully it gets a little better. Let me know if it's still lagging or anything. Okay. Can you quickly explain the 3-piece? Just joined. Oh, habit. I'm sorry. Then use inside bar indicator on trading view. Oh, that's a good one. Bro, you should stream. Oh yeah, Muhammad. I didn't know there's an inside bar trading on trading view. So a quick explanation on the 3-pieces. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a big candle, a second candle closing inside of the first candle. I'm also waiting for this candle to be broken. So in this case right here, this 3-piece right here that formed, this is what happened. The candle went up, and on its way down would have triggered us into the trade at the top wick of the first candle. So when we would have gotten into the trade, would have been on its way back down. So when it comes up, you don't get triggered yet. You only get triggered once it comes back down, and then that's the trade that we would have taken. And that was the trade that Chris had called out as it was happening, saying, hey, look at 3-piece on 5-minute. And I seen it, I noticed it, boom, it played out perfectly. And exactly what happened is, it moved in our favor. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Like I said, it's part of it. But that's why every single time we see something, we have to be ready for it. It's hard to see it in the moment. You can always say, oh yeah, it's right here, I could see it perfectly. But it's hard to see it in the moment, and that's where it's important. But you also just need to know where you're at. You're at a supply zone. you want to take one down. You're at a demand zone, you want to take one up, you know, and those kind of things. If you're in the middle of a zone, it's kind of hit or miss, you know. It's those are the quick moves. Those are the quick ones. Yeah, thank you for the sub, Andrew. Thank you. Yes, please search. Yes, I'm gonna look it up right now. Indicator. Is it under technicals, I'm guessing? Inside bar strategy. Oh, I'm assuming this is an inside bar strategy. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. Yep, that looks like it. But the only thing is though, is look, this is the thing about indicators, is that it's lagging. Look, this is already an inside bar right here, and it lets you know after the fact. I guess once it closes, it lets you know, I'm assuming, but like I said, it should let us know at this candle. This one's already, if it waits till that candle closes or open, I don't know how it does it. I need to watch it, but that's pretty cool. But like I said, that's also not the only thing we're looking for either. You know, we're looking for other things to happen. That's not bad. That's not bad though. The indicators. Yo, what up, Infected Cure? How you doing? How you doing? Hello. Based on previous record, how does the inflation affect the dollar index? Based on previous record. It's gonna depend on how the numbers come out. So if you go to forexfactory.com and then you see like the CPI news right here, it's gonna depend on what they're expecting. Okay, so look, they're forecasting 3.6 and previous was 3.2. I'm not sure exactly how it works, where if it's above it, it goes down, or if it's below it, it goes up, or whatever, however it does. But I just know if they're expecting 3.6 and it was previously 3.2, that means it's getting either worse or better. I mean, I'm assuming it's worse, but I forget the way it goes. But like I said, you want to fit, and then tomorrow when it actually comes out, you'll know if it's above this 3.6 or below it, or also above the 3.2 or below that. So definitely gonna depend on tomorrow. Hey, I do trade crypto sometimes. I try to trade Bitcoin, you know, when I can. I do like to trade crypto, but not so much on stream. Mostly the stream is all just gold for the most part. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Appreciate it. We got 113 people watching right now, and we only got 71 likes. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio. But if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, I would appreciate it. Let's see. I'm looking for. I see. Let's see. If you guys are three-piece, oh, it looks like it. But that was the one thing too, is Chris, the one that we would have wanted would have definitely been the one up here. That would have been the perfect one because it was the one closest to demand. Not saying this one can't play out, but the thing is it's gonna have to come up and then continue down like that. Because if it happens to come down and then up, we're gonna be going against the trend like this, and it's harder to push up going down or going against the trend like that, you know. Whereas in earlier, we're already kind of at the top, and it kind of, you know, it's already, there's only one other way it could pretty much go. But not saying this is not right, but this is also one thing to incorporate into the idea, Chris, is that let's say you're in this trade already up here, and then you're wondering if you should close or not. You could probably use this three-piece that's forming almost as an indicator to let you know, all right, we're gonna continue up or we're gonna continue down. Let's say the three-piece forms to continue down like this, then you would stay into the trade because most likely it's going to continue down, you know. But let's say it goes up against you, you would think, oh man, okay, I need to probably get out because there's a good chance we might, you know, trace back for liquidity or something. Oh, all right, so let's see. I mean, I'm not going to get into this trade. I'm not, because like I said, look, we're already almost in the middle of this range already. So this would be an indicator either to stay in the trade or get out. But like I said, that's only if you're in the trade from this up here. That's what that would tell me. And it's looking like it's possibly gonna hit to come down. I bought gold at 1913 since yesterday and stops are at 906. Should I just wait for a break even before news? Yes, I would definitely. I bought at 1913. So you bought pretty much at the top of the zone then. So what I would do is be careful, because once news happens, your stops could get hit. You know, it could go down real quick before it goes up. So you just want to be careful with that. If you can get break even, this is what I always suggest too, guys, is that if you guys are in a trade and at any point you guys are worried, oh, is it gonna go against me? Once you're able to break even, get out of the trade, because you shouldn't be that worried. If you're in a trade because and you don't know the outcome of it, obviously nobody does, but it's like you don't even have a plan for the outcome, then you shouldn't be in that trade to begin with. So once you're able to break even, get out. Don't, and then let's just say it starts to go a few pips in a profit, don't be like, don't change your mind and be like, oh, now I'm gonna hold it because it's in profit. I knew I was right, but just a few minutes ago you guys were, not saying you in particular, but just saying, oh man, I should have gotten out, and then it goes back again to you. You're like, man, I should have. That's what I'm saying. Just if you're second guessing yourself and doing things like that, just don't worry about it. Would you use Prime X to trade? Oops, excuse me. Pump it up, pump it up. Let's go. Damn, look at that. So let's see what a 15-minute is looking like. Ooh, damn, is that and this 15 doesn't have no top wick either. Damn, I'm wondering, could that have been a possible, let's see, a three-piece? That was a three-piece, and a three-piece signals a fake out usually, or no, it doesn't signal fake out. If it signals, let's see, damn, the 30 don't have a top wick either. Damn, that's crazy. Let's see. So let me try to catch up. Trade carry on to hi. Hey Jessica, sorry I just seen your message. Hi there, my first time on your stream. Thanks a lot for your work. Oh, you're very welcome, Jessica. Thank you for joining us. And we have an Instagram and a Discord link inside of the. I'm gonna drop the Discord link. If you guys are interested in joining our Discord, feel free to join our Discord and our Instagram that's in our bio. So if you have any questions, you could always message me on there and let me know. But yeah, pump it up. BTC to 30K. You really like that, huh? Social. You really want that 30K. You must have some money at 30K you're trying to get back. If it goes down in the news time, where it can go max. That's the one thing though, is there's really no max, but it can clear this whole range easily. Like, let's say we're at the bottom of this range. It can go way up here, come way back down, come way back down, with all within a 5-minute candle, 15-minute candle. So, I mean, there's really no limit for it, because it's just weird. I mean, I don't want to say there's a limit. There's really never a limit, but I would say like this was the move because of news. I would assume that this was the move because of news or something. You know, these were the moves because of news. That's what I'm saying, is like you could see the difference. This is news candles, and then these are just normal movements. You know, these are the normal movements. But things like this are the news candles, I would assume. I don't know which days they are, but like I said, just by trying to point it out, that's what type of moves happen during news. So that's why personally I don't try to trade news. Don Vo never, he always, that was one of his things, is he always would say don't trade news, because the news is just like gambling, because you don't know what they're gonna say. Everybody could try to make their predictions, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows where it's gonna go, you know. So if you don't know where it's gonna go, then why are you betting on it, you know? So, but yeah, that's just kind of my idea about that. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I'll really help out. We got 111 people watching. Hey, look guys, look at what we did. We did that today. I appreciate you guys. Look at that, y'all. We did that. 1,100. We did that. Man, I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. This is why I try to show up every day. I only it's kind of crazy. I took a 2.5 hour nap, 3-hour nap pretty much, and that's pretty much all I slept so far. So like I said, I'm here for you guys, man. I'm here to I'm trying to get better myself though too. You know, these are reps from me personally, but as I'm taking my reps, you guys could join me, and you guys could hopefully get a little better also. One more for a screenshot. I know, one more for a screenshot. Damn, but look at this. This 3-piece is eventually, this is also a thing. Even though I noticed that a 3-piece goes against you, eventually it fills out. So this could also just be a higher wick, like this. It could just be a higher time frame wick coming up before coming down, because in order for us to continue up, this is gonna have to get broken down here. So at any point, this is what could possibly be coming down to at least fill in this wick right there. So that's why, even though this move up, I mean, oh, you know what? I might see what this might do. This might be like a celery right here. Let's see. I want to see something real quick. What I'm thinking is the fact that we kind of have this resistance right here. We have all of this resistance. We have resistance, and then we have, you know, this is a little fake out right here. Then we have a support right here. And then we also have, you know, this candle getting stopped at that point. So if this next candle closes red respecting this resistance, if the next candle wicks up, there could possibly be a move to continue back down like we're already expecting, because we know this has to get filled at some point. So at some point, okay, so now that did close above the range, but that could also, we'll see right now, but that's just my idea of what, you know, what's kind of happening. J-Man, we're gonna help each other, man. I appreciate that. That's what I'm here, and I'm sure I could gain some knowledge from all you guys also. So, you know, we all team up and we all help each other. Then, you know, imagine where we could go. Alan, appreciate it. Yeah, hit that milestone. Congrats, bro. Thanks, Alan. I know you were here a long time too, for a while. That's what I see. USD news. Yep, that USD news. Ooh, damn, look at that move right there. But this is why I say too, guys, is that you have to wait for specific things to happen. If it doesn't happen that way, then it's not part of your plan. You know, I was expecting a red candle, but the red candle didn't happen, which also signals this move up like that. It's gonna still come up. This is also what I kind of see now, is that this three piece already got filled. The other one got filled at the bottom also. This one got filled right here. So that one's already filled. The one thing that didn't get filled is this one up here. So that could be maybe this move up finally up here to finally grab that, then come down. But the thing is I'm going to be leaving for work pretty soon. So I'm not going to be able to, if I get into a trade, I might post it, or I might post it on Instagram or something, or even in the Discord and stuff. But I might not take a trade. I'm not trying to force a trade, but what I'm saying is that if I happen to see exactly what I'm looking for, then yeah, I'm gonna take it. But like I said, it might be off stream just for this reason, is that I'm already gonna have to be going to work. When you guys hear that alarm go off on my phone, then you guys know it's about that time. Dang guys, look at, we hit it, 120. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome though. You guys are really showing support, and this is what I'm here for. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to help you guys out if I can. We all get better. We all share knowledge. Whatever you guys know, you guys let me know. Whatever I know, I'm gonna let you guys know. That's how it is. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys are really making this journey a lot funner. You guys are making this journey awesome. I'm enjoying every stream. I love coming to stream and streaming with you guys for sure. I am in buying to 1918 from last night. Ooh, where'd you get in at? Adeem, BTC to 30K. We got 120 people in here watching. That's a lot of people watching, y'all. That's a lot of people. I appreciate all you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. I just wish I could be on longer, but this is what I'm saying. Eventually, we're going to be on a lot longer, because yeah, like I said too, we could be just ranging for we could just be ranging for BTC to 20 to 21K. Hey man, it could go either way. One cool rule I have for buys, green 15 or 1 hour for sells, red 15-minute closing, and red hourly. If don't take the position, don't trade against the higher time frame candle. It'll stop you out majority. All right, that's a good combination of factors that need to happen for you to confirm your trade. So I don't know if you have me on Instagram or in Discord, but maybe show me some examples or something that you might have, show me a screenshot or something like that. That way I could see a visual, because I kind of understand what you're saying, but obviously, dang guys, it's about that time. You guys know what that means. I could stay 5 more minutes. But yeah, if you want to send me some screenshots or anything like that. Oh yeah, but like, look at guys, this is what I'm looking for also, is something up here at this possible, watch out for this liquidity, because this is the liquidity that we were expecting that needed to happen in order for us to finally do move down. But I'm just wondering if this could be that, or if this is the move. This is the fake out that's going to come back down. Oh yeah, this is the fake out. Watch. I do think that could be the fake out, because that also doesn't have a top wick. Yeah, 18 could get tapped today. That's where we're at. Have it. BTC would need to reclaim 27K on the daily one to be bullish. I think it's forming a rejection. I think it's a good sell in some mins. Yeah, that is true. Yep. That's what I'm thinking is going to be something to do like that. Kalash. That is funny though. He has been spamming it. He has been spamming it a little bit. I mean, I don't mind it because I do like Bitcoin. So, I mean, obviously if he does too much, I will have to like time him out a little bit, but I don't mind it. He's showing Bitcoin some love. All right, look at, we're starting to break this area. Oh, we tapped that area again. Just barely tapped it. Ooh. All right, after this song, I'm gonna be getting off, guys and ladies. I have to get to work. I wish I could stay a little bit longer, but I've been on stream for 2.5 hours, so it probably is a bot. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, he probably is a bot, cause he don't even say nothing else. Put user in timeout. User, you're in timeout. 15 minute. Ooh. Hey, if this candle right here does hit this dotted line, then that will trigger that. I do believe, Jay. Because there is a massive one. And what would need to happen is if it triggers it going down like that, it will need to fill in this wick all the way down here. But I want to get this top tapped, because if you noticed on the 5, that's where this area got tapped last time. So in order for, I think, for it to get really hit like that, it needs to at least tap that line. That's what I'm looking for. Is all I'm looking for. But again, it could just hit that line just like all these other ones too. So ooh, it's like a pip away. Oh, did it do it? It's like a pip away. It's like it's riding the top of it. It's literally riding the top of it. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, it hit. I didn't get into it. I gotta go. I don't. Honestly, I was gonna probably see something about that, but I can't. Like I said, I don't want to take a trade and then jump off stream and then leave you guys hanging or something. So I'm just gonna stay out of it right now. But you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna be going, and if you guys don't mind hitting that like and subscribe, we definitely just hit 1,120. So I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing that, and I will be on tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, tomorrow night for London again, and Asian, probably for the end of Asian. Who knows? I might just jump on the end of Asian and stream all the way through London, and we're gonna have a party tomorrow. We're gonna celebrate. But yeah, all right guys, I'll see you guys on the flip side, and I'll see you guys soon, man. Appreciate